Okay, so we have poem number 2 now. So I'm gonna record this, and of course, poem number 1 was called Overture, just like an introduction to the story. Now we get poem number 2, which is called Home is Not a Lonely Place. So we got like these 3 characters talking in the poem. We got the main character, like the everyday man known as John Doe. We got this other character known as the Light, and we got Galway Girl. And we're just gonna start from the beginning of this poem. Home is not a lonely place. And the first line is spoken by John Doe. Falling so in love with you, all I see is the promise of our future together. Come and hold me in this dark night. I know we have just one more night to get through. Then we switch to the Light, and she says, we built a home in the castle of sand. Switching back to John Doe, when the waves come crashing, I will shelter you with the castle of my heart and the bonds we share, counting down the days till I can come home to you. I will walk to the terminal, and you will jump into my arms. Dreaming all my dreams with you, all I see the fulfillment of growing old together. Come hold me in the morning, thank God we made it through the night. We built a home in the castle of sand, and then we switched to the Light. When the ocean comes to submerge us, when the dead night swallows you, I will be your lover, I'll be right beside you. There is a music that calls to me. I listen to it closely as we're sinking. When the dawn never lifts its sun upon the world, when the churning waves torture us, I will be your lover, I will be right beside you. There is a music that calls to me. I listen to it closely as we sink through these sands. And then we switch back to John Doe again. Every sensation, whether bitter or sweet, overtakes me. I just want to be here in the music. I follow the night in its rhythm. I was led far away from the world I had known. And in these worlds where I can stand alone and not worry about the future, I never worry about the world going bankrupt. The love we need always just out of grasp. The roaring crowds will never make a noise again. Streets now empty, we can never leave our homes. I craved the times before we had, so I ventured out of my home alone, hoping no one would know I had left. I walked the streets for 3 miles until I came to her home, but she was not there. But I remembered she no longer lived there. After so many years, worlds always drift apart. The trash and silence littered the streets. In the sunset, and I walked home remembering the days when we all swore we wouldn't allow heavy hands to lead us to where we never wanted to go. So I inhabited the worlds in my mind and went back home and took a drink of my own poisonous thoughts and was forever immersed in them and in their sway of the oceans. I dreamed of the monsters that chased me in my youth, the anthem of my sorrows, the glow of the coming silent apocalypse will light up my dreams and make it impossible for any clear thoughts to come. And then we switch to Galway Girl. It's a new character. You call my name and I never hear. I fall in love with people and places that were never real. As if reality itself were slipping from my arms. My home for so long away. I slip into dreams in which all my friends hate me, in which the world itself is sinking into its own sand. The currency of our hearts was always inflating. The rubble left behind from so many years of torment. The homes we built that were destroyed will never be rebuilt by us again. No more freedom. No longer will we dream about rolls of currency that could take us far away from across the country. Because as it seems, nowhere at all in the world is safe. Days we spent together with friends now faded away, like a hangover in my heart, an ulcer in my soul. The dirty streets where I wait for a God whose name I never called to make the world bright, so that for at least a moment we can see. In celebration we used to raise our glasses, but we'll never find a reason again. Nothing numbed the pain. The sweet drip of the sedatives into our veins puts us to sleep, and we hope we will never wake. But all this is only temporary. We are always thrust awake, and the pangs in our stomachs are all that is tangible. I feel everything, and I inhale all that is true and offers me joy in the chaotic and fickle winds of the world. Then we switch back to John Doe again. I can't imagine the pain in the heart of the one left behind. Switching back to the Light, says the voice. You're my true religion. All the others lied to me. You're my forbidden apple, falling from my heart. All my dark desires, you offer them all to me. Find me in the darkness, and I will finally breathe. And there's a place in my soul where the light no longer shines. There's a war in my heart where the love no longer thrives. I came down like an angel. I was angry with the world. I offer you compassion, John, and I fell in love. All your dark desires, you found everything you want. I'll find you in the darkness, and you'll finally breathe. Then we switch back to John Doe. I can hear you calling out to me. I can hear you singing melodious songs we used to sing all across the world. I have a hope inside me, burning brightly, bursting out loudly, to glorious songs we used to sing, heard now all across the world. You are more than my lover. You are more than my music. You are the future I hope for. You are the light that leads me to a place where I can sing in the ocean of passionate song. You are more than my lover. You are more than my music. You are the future I hope for. You are the light that leads me to a place where I can see all the beauty that was hidden from the rest of the world. I can fall through the oceans, diving headfirst into the water. I might never re-emerge. I'll stay there forever and fall underneath the waves. I have a promise inside me, burning brightly, bursting out into songs we used to sing all across the world. Now that I remember, you're gone, and I will never reach you again. My heart never can reach outside its shell.